What is going on, everybody, and welcome back into Bradley Studios. Now, today in the studio, we're doing more so of an upgrade on some tech here in the studio. What we're going to be upgrading is my actual forward-facing halo light as well as tripod. Now, not too far back, I was actually doing the Halloween season over on Winston-Salem, and that is Haunt House. My in-laws throw an awesome haunted house, and you can find that kind of content on my YouTube channel under its individual playlist. So I broke my tripod, and I needed to get an upgrade. So me and the kids ran to the local Walmart, and I picked up a new tripod. Well, I knew that I wanted to get a new halo light as well. That way I can kind of get some lighting forward facing onto me in situations like this where I'm on camera. And I actually got a major upgrade compared to what I was originally thinking of getting, and that upgrade being an actual large halo light. Now this is a Bauer content creation 12-inch foldable ring light kit. Now we actually have this in the background, so you're sitting on that tripod right now viewing me from that angle. It's actually giving really great light right now. I'm actually using one of the special effects, but we'll get to that later. Now this video is going to be a full demonstration of an unboxing, a setup, and also the actual use of it here in the art studio, as well as elsewhere in my home. I also do kind of like book readings if I have books that go along with art, and that station is in a different place in my home. I also do videography out in the shed if I'm doing woodworking or any kind of latex or heavy aerosol equipment or anything like that. So that type of stuff is out there in the shed. I really wanted something that's really versatile and just works really well overall. Again, this is a massive upgrade considering I was just using an ONN standard tripod previously, but we'll get into more of the upgraded versions that this one offers compared to the old one as we get to this video. Remember that this is just a laid back vlog style video. Now make sure you use the bookmarks at the very bottom of the video if you have specific questions about like technical things, actual what the lights are capable of, how to use the remote control, things like that. If you have specific questions, rely on those bookmarks because this is a little bit of a longer unboxing instead of video. Although it is a vlog style, I do want to pack as much information in there as possible. Now, we will be doing a live demonstration during this video of me painting a little bit on this T-Rex. You get it? Tie-dye T-Rex painting that I've been working on here in the studio. And we'll do a little bit of live demonstration on that. Now, just remember, if you want to jump over and see that full acrylic painting tutorial, then that video is actually recorded with this Halo tripod setup. So you can definitely go back over and see that video. Super laid back time lapse of the painting process as well as actual just chill music. So super laid back videos on that playlist, and you can find that under acrylics as well as acrylic on canvas paintings. So let's go ahead and get this Bauer 12-inch foldable ring light unboxed, and let's see the features. All right, everybody, so let's go ahead and get this awesome new tripod with a halo light unboxed here. Now it has a lot more features than my last one did, and the reason that I had to really swap out again is because I was doing the Halloween season in Winston-Salem at Haunt House, and not only did I break one of the legs of my tripod, but also I lost portions of the actual foam mount for the top of the tripod. So I have got to get a new one, and that's what I did today. I went and bought one at Walmart. Now this is an upgrade, okay? So this thing was running not too bad actually. As you can see here, this is me and the kids picking it up at Walmart. There's the original that I had. I had a ONN one, and it did really great. It had it extended 2 times outward, so it give you a really wide base for a lot of recording outside, things like that. Now this one's a little bit different. Okay, so this one here it has a more narrow base. It is adjustable, as you can see here. So it has an adjustable base, inline power USB. So it also has a wireless remote control, so I can control the lighting. Probably won't really need to do that. It also has the foam mount at the very top, which is of course what we're going to be using it for the majority of the time. Now in a previous video here recently, I had actually made a video just kind of describing how I was cleaning up the background lighting of my content here for YouTube. And now that's a full-length content video vlog style where I'm adding ribbon lights from ONN to the back of my shelves to give a halo light, and you can see in the back of this video here. There it is. It's glowing, and of course I can change that at any time. I thought blue for the blue box would be kind of cool. So this is what we have today. We have actually, instead of an ONN, we have a Bauer. Now this is a Bauer content creation, color and white, soft LED lighting for easy on the eyes videography. It has 12 different colors, adjustable brightness, 7 special lighting modes. Okay, we'll kind of get into that later because this is a full unboxing and setup and tutorial. Foldable and ultra slim, less than 1 inch in width, for compact storage and portability. So I don't know how I like that, but I do know that a lot of times I'm transporting my stand between rooms or out in the field or out and about, and I could be doing videography on the side of a road, or recording a painting or something like that, or I could be recording in my reading area, doing a book reading before we do a piece of artwork on that book, or I could be here inside the studio recording a canvas, and I need to have a lot of versatility. So it's really handy that the light can go with the actual tripod wherever I may be taking it. It's very handy. So it is a smartphone compatible, adjustable light stand, ultra slim design, and foldable light. Okay, so we're gonna get into all that later. But one thing that I'm thinking to myself is well, you want a really good lighting effect. So a really good halo light would allow me to transport this with the mount, right? So it's really good. It's all built in together. And I can also turn that off and just use some other ambient lighting if I want to. Just use the tripod the same way. Now it's 12 inches in width, which means I'm going to get a really wide array of light as it's kind of coming down on me, which is pretty cool. So I'm interested to see how well this lighting is going to improve in comparison to what I've been using in the past. In that long form video where I'm talking about the ambient lighting in the background, I did say that I was going to introduce some key lighting or some halo lights in the future at the foreground or background of the camera view. So this is going to serve that purpose. So it kind of gives them just more displays on the back of the box, just to give you a really in-depth look here. Unleash your creativity, 12 different colors, 7 special lighting modes, and then it has 3 white light modes, which we'll be using a lot of. I'm not big on the colored multi-rayed light look, but maybe I'll kind of experiment with that and we'll just have fun. It extends up to 67 inches tall with the ring light, so it's pretty tall, but again the base is not as wide, so it's not really designed for a lot of outdoor work, but we'll kind of have fun and see where it takes us. And it has a bunch of other features here, and we can kind of just get into those as we get to those. And of course, Bauer, USA.com. You can follow them on Insta, Facebook, X, and TikTok. So we'll definitely hit them up. All right, so let's get this bad boy unboxed here. I like this box though. As you can see in the side clip here, my daughter was literally the one who was picking this up off of the rack in Walmart before I even decided that I wanted this one. Now, one thing I don't like is it has a slice line right here. I guess they hit it with a box cutter at Walmart. Oh, and here's that price again. It was $37.17 with taxes. So there's that. And the other one's like $24 or so. Let me get an X-Acto knife here, and we will get this bad boy unboxed here. While I'm unboxing this, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. I don't just do product reviews for studio and art related content. If I introduce something new into the studio, whatever it is, I try to review it here. We reviewed a crock pot not too long ago for my clay melting, so pretty cool on that. All right, we got a few boxes here. There's a long box. I'm assuming that's the actual shaft of the tripod. And then we have an empty box there. Empty box. Cool deal. Toss that off to the side there. Let's just put it right there. How about that? Filler piece of cardboard. And then we have a few things here. Let's go ahead and unbox this first. That is absolutely really large. That is a large halo light. Okay. It comes with a little instructional manual. Yeah, we don't really need that. Nah, we'll probably go through it. It comes with the foam mount. in a few pieces. It has a remote control, and it does take a 3-volt little disc battery, a CR2025 battery, and it has it already inserted. So we'll just go ahead and pull that pin, a piece of a plastic pin, to allow contact with the light, and then there's our thing. It's a play mode, interesting. So let's look at that. That's 60 seconds, 180 minutes, and then it has different brightnesses and things like that. So we'll look at that in a few moments. Here's the actual halo light. That's what y'all want to see, right? Look at that. Look at that action right there, y'all. Cool, right? Okay. And it has a pretty long USB. I'm going to get a battery pack to power that if I'm out and about. Alright, before we get the actual tripod portion out, let's go ahead and get this assembled here. Alright, so let's see. I don't... Alright, so that's definitely going to be the top part. Nope. What would that be for? Okay, this definitely goes up above. And we're going to put ours horizontally. Okay, I'm interested, because this is a ball, so you can adjust it really well. I'm wondering how well that's going to hold. Like, if you have a big phone, is that going to hold adequately? Because it's all plastic. I really don't like that. I wish this sleeve and this thread is metal. I guess I can always upgrade this phone holder later if I wanted to. Alright, we're going to go horizontal for today. Maybe I'll do like a vertical one as well. Well, alright, so there's this right here. I'm assuming this threads into here. Maybe I should look at the instructions, yeah? No. That threads out like that. That threads out like that. So this is the actual bottom plate that's welded onto the thread, and then thread goes through these two adjustable rings here. So I guess you could clamp on something extra if you wanted to. We'll see. Alright, so then we're going to slide it in. Did it only go in one way? Pretty much. Is that right? Because it's not... Okay, I'm going to look at the instructions just to make sure. Oh. Oh. I put it on upside down. That port goes on the bottom, and the actual Halo Light assembly, as well as the phone mount, is actually what's adjustable. Okay, interesting. Alright, so I got that off of there, and then, so this is going to go onto the bottom of this. So the actual entire Halo Light is what's actually adjusted by the ball adapter here. Now that's metal, and then alright, so that piece right there goes on the bottom instead of on the top. I thought that the mount itself would have been the piece that moves around, but I guess that's not the case. So alright, so that goes on there. So the entire ring swivels around on the top of the tripod, but because of how narrow the legs are on the tripod, does that mean that it's going to be precariously balanced at times? I guess we'll find out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up as straight as I can for now onto the ball joint. And the ball joint, like many in other kits, this is metal threaded into plastic. And then this is a metal collar around the ball joint, and then you have a bottom piece that can be attached to the actual mount itself. So let's go ahead and tighten that down just finger tight, and then we're going to go ahead and attach this as well. So this is the actual collar that goes on top. So then you just tighten this portion down, the first thread down. I'm just going to hold that in there like that, and then we're just going to tighten that down like that with my finger from behind. And it's going to tighten that down just so it's nice and snug. There we go. And then this portion here, so you have two parts here. You have one that threads all the way down, and then you thread on your actual. Alright, so that piece right there slides down on there, and then your actual attachment piece slides onto there. And then you can adjust the height of this by lowering that a little bit more or increasing it, and all you do is bring that down a little bit further. See, the thread's coming through the bottom of that. That's why it's opened up like that. So then you get your angle right, and you tighten that back down just like that. It tightens that shank right there, so it doesn't. It can move a little bit, but it's tightened up right there. Because all it does is it binds those two together. It binds them together, and then you can adjust it up and down a little bit. I mean, you could go ahead and bottom that all the way out. What's an extra centimeter or so? So you could just go ahead and just undo that all the way down. But then it wouldn't have you straight, right? So you need to bring it up a little bit. There we go. And now she's tightened down real good. I don't imagine I'll actually probably ever loosen that. So I'm going to tighten that down quite a bit. And it's all metal right there, so that's really good. And it's a metal sleeve inside that plastic piece right here. So that could right there could break. Or this plastic piece right here could break that's holding that bottom flat piece. But otherwise, it's gonna that part right there is pretty durable. You know, that's pretty good. If it's gonna break, I think it's gonna be breaking right here at the ball joint where all that's plastic. You know, so don't over tighten that. But this right here, if you get it to where you like it, go ahead and tighten it down real good. And then that way it's straight. Now, if you need to angle it or something for some weird reason, so then once it's on the actual tripod, you can move it around however you want. But this is a lot of weight on that little ball joint, so we'll just have to see how it performs when it's up high, you know. But when you're not using it, though, you know, you can just close it up like that, and then there it is, portable. So let's go ahead and set this off to the side for now, and then I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit and we'll get this tripod undone. The instructions were actually pretty useful there, so that worked out pretty good. So we don't need them anymore, right? If you get a heavy phone on top of this thing, this right here, this screw is going to be the downfall, because that thing right there, these things strip out so easy. But if I tighten that down, it's pinching that right there and bringing it in. It's actually spinning. You gotta be kidding me, man. Alright, it's loosening it there. Is it supposed to spin? Alright, it tightened down right there, but these knobs right here are crap. In every single kit you get, those knobs are crap. If these ain't metal, man, they're doing something wrong, and they're never metal. Anyways, alright, so I got it tightened down. Whenever you're tightening this bolt down right here, I'm gonna zoom in. You be careful. You be careful, because you'll strip this bad boy, and it just will be horrible. And then your only option is to have it all the way down at the very bottom. Otherwise, it's extended pretty far up. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back in. So I'll probably stagger them like that, because like I said, if you bring them up like that, and like that, you tighten them down, it's just a chore for them to be all in line. They could be like close to hitting each other. So go ahead and stagger them like that. It just makes them easier to get to. You know, once you usually find the length of the shaft that you want, then usually you probably won't adjust it very much. But alright, so there's that. I'm gonna loosen that and put that all the way in, and then we'll tilt it back up again. There we go. Not, don't over tighten it now, because you'll break it. Don't over tighten it. This is plastic on plastic. All right, and there we go. We can loosen it and move it around if we need to, and then we can make it go vertical. All right, so there's our USB, our actual manual remote control. And we got the actual attachments for tightening this. I like it to be flat again. Come up to our 3 knobs, which I staggered. Be careful. Those nuts right there are sink into plastic housings, so don't over tighten it or you'll snap those. Comes up into like a little aluminum piece right here. That's actually pretty nice. Into a metal plate. Tighten that down all the way. Then you got your adjustable knob into a metal collar for the ball joint, up into a plastic piece with a threaded knob, into the bottom of your halo. There's your full halo, or half halo, whichever you want to do. And then you have an actual metal collar here with a plastic holder to a thread, to another metal collar, a washer, to tighten to your bottom of your actual foam mount. And you can adjust that slightly. Looks good right there. Let's go ahead and get it plugged in and see what kind of light we have before we actually test out the performance of it. Alright, so we have it plugged in now, and we have our power light right there. The plus and the minus is just the brightness and dimmability of it, so you can dim the light. You have an infrared sensor, that's for your remote control, so you can make sure that's kind of inside of that. You have a color special light mode, that's the S button, and it's going to cycle through. So click to turn on, click repeatedly to switch between the 12 different colors and 7 special lighting modes. Press and hold to turn off. Okay, so we'll get that in a minute. The M is white mode only. Click to turn on. Click repeatedly to switch between 3 light modes: white, natural, and warm. Okay, guys, so I'm going to start with the S button. Okay, and we're going to come up to the light, and I'm just going to show you the lighting modes real quick. And we're just going to kind of just have fun going through those. And it says here on the front, 12 different colors, adjustable brightness, 7 special lighting modes. And if you look on the back, it actually has a list of all of those. Okay, we're not going to name them. We're just going to have fun looking at them. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start out with the S first. Okay, it's going to be bright. I'm actually going to turn off this above halo light. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with the first S mode, right? S mode. All right, first special color lighting mode. First one. All right. Ooh, looks like a soft transition. Okay, I'm gonna put a piece of paper up there so you can kind of see what that looks like as far as how hard that light is. It is dispersing it pretty well. Yellow, green, light blue, purple into a red and an orange, and there's a light pink in there too. Okay, we're gonna hit the S button again. Oh, kind of a rotation light. Look what it's doing to my paper. Rotating that light down again. Okay, so there's your blue, green, red. Wow, that's powerful. Like a lavender purple, maybe purple, light blue, yellow, maybe white, perhaps, light blue, light pink. It's kind of a green color. Light blue, purple, off. Okay, so there's your specialty lights. Alright. Alright, ooh, wow. Alright, so there's a white light. Okay, let's go ahead and test the range on that. All the way down. All the way up. Wow. Hit the M again. There's a natural, that does not feel like a natural light. Natural light, all the way up, all the way down. Alright. Ooh, there's a nice warm light. Like that. All the way up, all the way down. All the way back up. Hold for 3 seconds. Turns off. Okay. Only it turns off only when you release it after the 3 seconds. If we go back to specialty mode, can I dim that? No, but you can speed it up. Isn't that cool? So by hitting the up arrow, you can actually speed up the display. Go all the way back down. It slows it down. Hitting the S again. Can we speed this one up? Yes, we can. Look at that. Okay, S mode again. Oh, can we slow the strobe down? I don't think you can slow that one down. Slow pulse. Those are preset, I think. Nope. I slowed that down. Okay, speeding it up. Oh yeah. Alright, very good. So you can basically speed those up as well. Except for that one strobe, it didn't change the speed of it. Okay, so this is you zoomed out a little bit into the studio, just looking onto the same workstation that we were at before. As you can see, the light is really just glaring inside my glasses. So I don't even know if you could get like glare-free glasses that would help alleviate this problem. Now this is the full halo light, as you can see. Now if I take it down and I take it to half halo, it dimmed it a little bit. Okay, because it folds down from the top half down, that top half down, this top half down, it creates a soft glow from below. So it doesn't create a shadow over my hat, right? So if it was just the top, it would create a shadow. Maybe if I look down, something like that. But you don't see that because it's the lower half of it. It's like the smiley effect, right? So it looks really good. As you can see, it's brightening up the background. It's not diminishing the lights at all. But I could also dim that as well, right? Change the light of it. There's a light, that bright light, natural light, or as it were. There's the warm light. Super tan, right? Anyway, so if I remove my glasses, it helps to disperse that light and you don't see that glare. It's not as distracting anymore. And it looks really good off on. That's really bright. That's the natural white light. See, I look bleached out under natural light. Warm light though looks pretty good. I'll have to do some testing just to see which best suits my complexion at the angle that it's really at. I really do like the warm light. I just think it looks really good. And now at this point, I'm just kind of like nitpicking right now. I do like I gotta remember which order they're in. I do like the white light a little bit. I'm gonna fold that back up and just get the full effect. There we go. That's that white light. It's the natural light. I just feel like the natural light just really bleaches out the entire space and it just kind of dominates a little bit too much. But if you were in a really dark room, like if I go ahead and darken out the entire space, then that may look really good. I think I'll have to just decide on at the moment of recording, and then just decide. So I'll do like a test recording of the lighting, look at it, and then adjust my camera view and the halo light as I need to. And then there's the natural light, warm light. I like that one the most. I think as of right now, sorry, I like white light the most. The second notch from the top. So the second down in brightness. Because if I take it up one, wrong button. I take it up one, down up one more. It gets just way too powerful. But it actually looks pretty good. No, that's too much. I think right there is good. I think right there is good. I think I like the white light the most, just not at the very top, just about midway towards the top of the range, and I think that looks pretty good overall. It's dispersing the color very well across the entire surface of the camera view. And this is just the first circumstance, right? So if you're looking for that in-depth video, this is it, right? Alright, so let's go in special mode. Holy hell. If I wanted to be somebody off of the Smurfs or Avatar, this is the light for you. I'm the Grinch. I'm the devil. Purple. No, I'm not Thanos. I don't have a ball sack on me. Purple. Pretty good. Blue. I'm underwater. Oh, yellow. Like my liver's failing. I don't know what that is. I think it's a light blue, gray, or something. It actually looks pretty good. Wow. Pink. That'd be cool for ambient, like, B clips, where I'm just, like, clipped to, like, talking to the camera. Green. That might be yellow. Light blue. Light pinkish purple. That's actually pretty cool. Now, right now, I have it on the special effects lighting number 1. Look right here. Look right here. Look right here. Look what it's doing to the glares in the background. Look what it's doing to my eyes. You see it? That's pretty cool. It's not really affecting me very much. I mean, you can see it pulsing right here where the shadows are. You can see that pulse. It's not so bad. It's a different lighting color. Remember, you can slow and speed these up. That one just seems faster than the last one. You can also slow those down too, though. Let's see. As fast as it'll go, and it can speed up a lot. Okay, so then there's holy cow! I'm gonna have a seizure. Maybe if we're in a rave. Slow strobe. I don't ever see where I would need to do that unless I decide to put this halo light off to the side and create like an ambient light off to the side. That was pretty cool. This is the rotational one. Blue. Then we go through our colors again. So that's pretty cool. So white light, and then yeah, you can also put a timer on it as well, and then you can go straight to red. From the remote control, you can go straight to red, straight to blue. Wow. Straight to green. Green. I just keep trying to aim it at the halo light. You aim at the manual light with the infrared reader on it. You have white. There it again. I do like that one the most. So my personal favorite is white, but not all the way to the full brightness, just a little bit below it. Okay, so that's the one that I like the most. Now let's go ahead and put a piece of artwork on the station. I'm going to get things cleaned up a little bit. We're going to do a floor mount like what we have now. And I only have 1.5 of the extensions of the tripod extended upwards. So I still could make this from an aerial view if I wanted to keep it up higher. So we could do that as well. So let's go ahead and shift you to this side of the studio. Let's get a vibrant piece of artwork up here. And let me just do a little bit of live painting, just a small amount of a vibrant painting with some different lighting effects, the same way we just did it, because I would like to show the lighting effects under a real life scenario. Now, of course, these are under a studio lighting scenario where I don't have a whole lot of outside light influences. If you were to use these outside in wherever you are, the lighting would be differently. So you may need to do different testing. So if you're at like a picnic table doing a vlog or something like that, or doing live art, you may need to test different lighting circumstances for those situations. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch things around here, and we'll get a piece of artwork onto the workstation. Let's go. All right, everybody. So here we are. I've got a canvas up on the workstation here. It's not in my easel painting area, but I want to just showcase it on the actual workstation we've been working on for the majority of this video, which is that's okay. Anyways, because this is a vlog style, I wanted to show it as far as just a real art piece. I really chose this one just because it's super vibrant. It's got a lot of glows and neons, and it just really just will showcase the lighting effect under different lighting conditions. We have a little bit of metallic up there. We got some pinks, we got purples, we got all sorts of great colors coming in, right? I even have a glow in the dark cup here that's an epoxy, so you'll be able to see some of the reflections of the light in this as it's sitting on the workstation. Now I'm going to enter into a time lapse and just quickly apply some paint to the surface of the painting. But just be aware, I'm going to cycle through some lights every so often just so you can get a showcase of what it looks like under different lighting circumstances. But before I get into the actual painting of the subject, just to kind of show you what it would look like as far as like an art scenario, I'm going to cycle through the lights one more time so you can see just how they change the vibrancy of the actual painting itself. Now be aware, I still have this on a just a white light right now on the halo for the tripod. But on the upper light here, I have my halo light. Now that's a warm light. If I turn it on, it changes the way that the canvas is lit, right? So under some circumstances, I'll use both halo lights. But for today, I'm going to turn that one off, and we're just going to have the one on the tripod because that's the review that we're doing here in this vlog style. So let me go ahead and cycle through the lights real quick with the remote control, and then we'll go into a live painting scenario just for a few moments. Alright, so we're going to cycle through the lights real quick, mainly with the specialty button, and then we'll go into just the basic colors here. Alright, so there's our light turquoise blue, red, no, I'm sorry, purple, green, light blue, purple, strobing lights. Ooh, those are fast. T-Rex is discoing. There you have the primaries, so you have also like white, red, yellow, and purple. There you have a green, red, blue, and yellow. Strobes. Again, T-Rex is discoing. Alright, you have pulsing strobe. Fast pulse. Alright, circling two lights. That's a light pink and a blue. Okay. Blue. Green. Red. Oh, he gets very dominating there. Red. Light purple. Light blue. That's a yellow. That is a blue, almost a white light, natural white light. Alright guys, so now we're going to go into the white, natural, and warm lights, which really change the way you're actually painting on the canvas, because this is an art studio halo light that I'm using it for. Let's go ahead and showcase what it looks like under different circumstances for the light that we're working with in the studio. Alright, so one thing that I noticed is that I could not find a way to change the light mode of the white, warm, and natural light. And that's actually not on the remote control at all. It's actually the power button again. So by hitting the power button multiple times, it goes through 3 stages and then eventually goes off. So the first time you turn it on, it will go to a white light. And of course you can dim that if you want to. We can turn that all the way up. That's really great color. Anyways, if you hit it again, the power button, it goes into natural light, and of course you can dim that as well. Okay, turn it all the way up. If you hit it again, it goes into warm light. Now, warm light is, I don't like that. I don't like how it makes the canvas look, not just in the video quality, but actually in the studio as well. This does not look appealing to me at all. So we're going to go ahead and turn it off, and it will cycle back through. So now we are back at the white light. And then there's natural light. I actually like natural light for the actual art medium itself. Warm light, again, don't like that. There is your white light. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. It's popping really well in the camera. It's looking okay here. And then there is your natural light, looking really good. You can see here, it really didn't change much between natural and white light. I'll go through, there's no, yes, yes. It didn't change it a whole lot, right? So this is more to taste than anything. I would not look at your art under warm light out of any good way, because it just changes the way the whole room looks. So stick to your white and natural lights for your art pieces on the area. All right. So just so you can see it. So we're going to leave it there. We are currently under. All right. So there's currently white light at full display. The colors are popping. It's looking amazing. It's looking great. Let's go ahead and get just one color layer on. Let's go with blue. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of blue out here. Now I'm actually working with glow in the darks for this painting, so we'll go ahead and get a little bit out here. Alright guys, so just like that, this is an awesome addition to the studio here. Now there are some downsides to this overall tripod halo light that we have here now. There are some good things too, but there are some negatives. Well, and the biggest one is that the actual base and the tripod legs are not adjustable individually. So if you're working on a hillside or outdoors in a plein air type of situation where you're painting or sketching outside, or doing a vlog style, this is not the tripod for you, because you can't adjust the legs individually to give you a really good balance. Instead, what happens is you have to have the legs kind of flat, and you have to adjust the kilter of the camera or the weight of the angle of the camera with the ball joint of the halo light or the actual foam mount itself, which puts the entire tripod off kilter. Other than that, I really don't find a whole lot of downside to it. Again, it gets off kilter a little bit, so that way if you bump it in any way, it kind of just like vibrates a little bit, and then it's good to go. I really do wish that the actual toggles that go down the actual shafts of the extensions were metal, but most of them aren't metal out there until you really get into the high grade ones. But if you're spending $25 to $30 on a Halo Light combo just to replace one that you just did damaged or just need one real quick, then this is the way to go. Again, this is an upgrade on what I was using before, so upgrades are just naturally going to happen as we kind of go through our art and our videography journey. And again, this is just a fun upgrade, really fun unboxing, and it's a little bit of a massive upgrade as far as just lighting. I'm not going to use all those specialty lighting modes, but some of them I may kind of tinker with as I come out with different styles of art in the near future. Again, the 12-inch overall halo light is a real benefit because I really don't need the key lighting in the background as of right now. This light is going to actually replace that for now, and I also can move this from the indoors to other rooms or to the shed if I want to. I just quickly fold it up and then just take it where I need to. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this product unboxing and review and upgrade here in the studio. I'll catch you guys on the next awesome video from Barley Studios, where it be painting, sculpting, or anything in between. Later.